Unmarried couples with children now have more rights in Quebec thanks to reforms to provincial family law. It applies to unmarried couples whose children are born or adopted after June 30th, 2025. They'll be able to divide their accumulated value of their assets if they break up. Joining me now is human rights and family lawyer Geneviève Grey. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
What does this new parental union mean? Is this a win for Quebec parents?
I definitely think it's a good thing. It protects people who have children and who spend their time in the home. So the partner that goes out and makes money would still need to be mindful of the contributions that the parent who stays home with the children makes to the household. And that's one of the good things about this law is that it does protect somebody who stays home with children and doesn't make money or sacrifices their career for the family. A very important reform in Quebec family law, which had been different from the rest of Canada on this regard for many, many years.
How is it different from previous versions of family law? What exactly happens if this unmarried couple does split up?
In previous iterations, the only recourse the parent has who stayed home and took care of the children is a recourse in unjust enrichment, which is very complex, hard to prove, because you have to show that you went above and beyond what normal partners do in a relationship, so that you sacrificed your career, that you did all kinds of things. It's more evidence, it's a heavier burden to carry. And in this case, the parental union, this would allow a much easier, streamlined way to separate, should they separate. And that is more just. It's not the exact same thing as a marriage. So it's not all the accumulated assets that a person accumulates over their relationship, but it is the major assets for the family that are at play here, such as the house, the car, and any furniture that is in the house. But it's not RRSPs, it's not your retirement pension. Those are things that are separate, that are reserved for marriage.
So how does this parental union still offer less financial protection than a marriage?
So a parental union means that, first of all, you can opt out of these things. You can opt out of burdens of marriage, certain things in marriage, not all of them, but certain things such as, splitting your income. In this case, in a parental union, there's no splitting of income. For one thing. The other thing is that your RRSPs, your retirement pension, these are not included in the parental union. So if you get married, you would have to split those things. It's public order. You don't have a choice unless you renounce them at the time of divorce. But in a parental union, you don't split those things. What you will have to split is the homes that the parties own, the cars, the furniture, everything that is part of the actual parental union.
Thank you so much for joining us, Ms. Grey.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.